Welcome back, everybody, talking about some more RV sales process. And today we're going to be talking about something a little bit different, but not really that much different, right? Because the sales process doesn't change from customer to customer. We really just need to figure out what our customers' needs, wants, desires, emotions, problems, what issues they're trying to solve. When we can get to a customer's true needs, wants, when we can get intimate with them and really understand those issues that they have, their ideas, then we can solve problems and we can add value to our customer's life. And at the end of the day, that's who a customer buys from. A salesperson who's able to add value to their life and who they feel like they can know, like, and trust. So if we're selling RVs to full-time RVers, then nothing really changes in terms of what we're trying to accomplish, right? We're trying to interview them. We're trying to ask them the right questions. We're trying to build rapport by showing them that we care about their needs, right? And if an RVer is a full-time RVer, that means they're going to spend all day, every day, almost not all day, every day, but most of their time, as most people would live in their home, they're going to spend that time in their RV, whether it be traveling, with the pipeline, or they have a certain job that they need a full-time RV for, or they just like to travel the US and live in an RV. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why someone would be a full-time RVer, but if it's something that they do, then now that RV becomes a need. It doesn't become a want anymore because it's where they live, it's where they sleep, it's where they get shelter, it's where they, house their food and provide food and do all of the different things that they need to for, either themselves or their family members. Right. So if that's the customer that we're talking to, then, really what needs to change is not really the process, but the questions that we're asking, right? We should ask me, what are you living in right now? They might, a lot of the time it's a fifth wheel, right? We're living in, a fifth wheel, full-time XYZ. But it's kind of short, right? It's me, it's my wife, I have two kids, and we bought this RV thinking that it was going to have enough room for us. But what we've come to realize is it's too small. We get cramped up. And, if any of the family have friends over, or if we have friends over, or work friends over, or their kids come over, or something like that, it gets really tight in there and we can't do much. So we thought it was going to be, a fifth wheel that would work for us when we first bought it. But now what we're learning is that it's kind of too small, right? So you see right there, what are you living in right now? That question is really designed to start going after their problems, their issues, the things that they are having wrong, the things that they do not like in their current living situation, in their current fifth wheel, motorhome, whatever they're living in terms of an RV. So if we can start getting to those issue points, those problem points, like this kind of example that I threw out here in the beginning was, hey, we thought this fifth wheel was going to work for us, but now once we're living in it and the friends from work come over and they bring their kids over, what we're realizing is that this RV isn't big enough for us. Or maybe this is the next thing. Hey, I'm a full-time RVer. I bought this fifth wheel thinking that it was a full-time RV, but come to find out, the water lines have been freezing up on me. The insulation isn't that good, so it's not keeping in heat. It's not keeping in AC. So I'm hot in the summer, I'm cold in the winter, and it's just not an enjoyable experience for me as a customer, right? So now here's another issue, right? So instead of, too much, or rather not enough living space, now the issue becomes we don't have a good build quality. We don't have the right insulation. We can't keep our heating and cooling in. So every customer is going to be different, right? Maybe there's a full-time live, maybe it's a full-time person, but maybe they live in a truck camper. You never know. Maybe they just like to go around and do small things and they don't need a whole bunch and they don't want to pull anything. So maybe they live in a truck camper full-time, or a Class B motorhome or something. I mean, there's a lot of things that people do out there. And if we're not asking the right questions, if we're not digging into those needs, wants, and desires, then we're probably going to be showing the wrong RVs. So that's what we need to keep in mind. And whether it be for someone who's looking for an RV to travel and have some fun with their family or friends, or whether it be for a customer that lives in the RV full time, right? Lives in a fifth wheel, travels with the pipeline. A lot of my full time RVers lived on the pipeline. They kind of traveled with it. They traveled with the job, so their family was always moving. So, they were really focused down on how big the floor plans were. These are my customers. And they were focused on how well they were built. How well is that insulation going to be held in? How well is it going to heat? How well is it going to cool? In the winter months, am I going to walk into it and it feel like an ice box? Right? And that's what full-time RVers were looking for when I was selling RVs. And a lot of the things probably going to be the same, right? Maybe some of them are a little different. Maybe there's some more full-time RVers out there, but the name of the game always stays the same. What questions are we asking to our customers to show them that we care about their needs, their wants, their desires, and how are we providing them with an RV that meets those needs specifically? So, for example, if we have a full-time RVer, we might ask questions like, what are you living in right now? Because that's going to prompt our customer to start talking about the RV they live in right now. Then you could say, what issues do you have with the RV that you're living in right now? Right? Because pain points are one of the best ways to sell a new RV because it's something that needs fixed. We're not going to ask them, hey, what do you love about your new RV or about the RV you live in? We might ask that. Yeah, that's not a terrible question because it'll allow you to know what they like in the next RV. But really learning pain points and solving those problems are much more strong in terms of getting a customer to make a buying decision, right? Because if they have a family, let's say they have kids and their problem is the heating and cooling, well, hey, how come you want to let your kids keep being frozen at night and, hot in the summer, sweating and this and that and the other thing when you could buy this RV? It's got better insulation, it's got better heating and cooling, and your family's going to feel comfortable and be comfortable all year round. Buy this RV, it fixes all your problems. You have more space, sign right here. Right? But if we don't know the issues, if we don't know the problems, if we don't know the pain points, then it's very hard for us to close towards those emotions or towards those pain points. So it really always comes down to our interview and qualify. How well are we asking questions to learn our customers' needs, to learn their wants, to learn their emotions, to learn their desires, to learn their problems? How well are we asking questions so that we can learn all of those things and then provide them with a solution, whether it be an RV, whether it be a different product or a service or a car or a home? It does not matter what you're selling. At the end of the day, that's how you get to a customer's emotions. That's how you build rapport with a customer. So with our full-time RVers, let's not change up our sales process. We still need to interview and qualify. We still need to be asking the right questions. We still need to be learning their needs, wants, desires, and providing them with an RV that does that. But we just have to change up our questioning a little bit. What are you living in right now? What do you dislike about your RV that you're living in right now? If you could fix, what would you fix in the RV that you're living in right now, right? What problems do you have throughout the year with the RV that you're living in right now, right? What would you add? Excuse me. What would you add to the RV that you're living in right now? Right? Because these are all things that are going to make them think, well, when we're all in there, when it's raining and we have the friends and the family and their kids over, it gets really tight. I'd love to add some more square footage or an extra bunkhouse so that the family might have a place to hang out. Excuse me. The kids have a place to go and have some fun. That way we can enjoy our RV, whether it's rain, snow, or sunshine. Right? So, if it's more square footage they need, then let's provide them with square footage. Let's provide them with the right RV. If it's more square footage, better insulation, let's provide them with that. If it's better insulation and less square footage because we don't use the whole unit and we're by ourselves or whatever whatever it is, let's get them that, because that's what's going to help close the deal. So if you're talking to full-time RVers, really you just need to dig into the problems they're having with their current RV. And it's a lot easier to close these kinds of customers, to be honest with you, because an RV is a need. It's not a want anymore to these customers. It's a need. It's what they're living in all year round. It's what they come home to after work. It's what they cook in. It's how they feed their kids. It's how they provide for their family or themselves. So this is a very important purchase to a customer. And in turn, that makes it easier to get them to close the deal if you can solve the problems, provide solutions, and provide a product that gives them what they're looking for. Okay, and that's what's most important. So to be a top performing salesperson, whether it be for vacationing RVers, traveling RVers, or even full-time RVers, we just need to get good at asking the right questions, learning our customers' emotions, and providing value to them by showing them the products that are going to meet and exceed their needs. Right? If you like to read, go grab the book, Sell More, Live More Sales Training. You can get it on Barnes and Noble. You can get it at Amazon. So go grab that book. It'll walk you through the sales process. That way you can get better at asking questions, learning your customers' needs, wants, and desires. If you're a dealership or business that needs more customer leads, that's what my marketing agency does. We're able to, most of the time, double your customer leads in the first month or so that you add our program into your dealership or business. So if you have a good sales team that's good at closing deals, then by giving them more customers, they're going to close even more deals. So if your dealership or business could use more customer leads, give me a call directly. I'd love to help you out. You can reach me directly, 330-703-3930. Again, 330-703-3930. Give me a call. Let me help your business get more customers, get more people in the dealership, and that way your sales team can close more deals. If you're an individual salesperson or even a dealership that wants to get your dealership or yourself video sales training, we have that available as well. So if you want to sign up for a video sales training program, go over to sellmorelivemore.net. The link is in the description. You can sign up for our RV sales training program. If you're a dealership or a business that wants to talk about getting more sales training for your dealership or business, then give me a call directly, 330-703-3930. And we can talk about, in-person sales training, virtual sales training, and the different ways that you want to go about it, so we can form a package that meets your business, your dealerships, your needs, right? So, if your dealership, if your business needs more customer leads, I would love to help. Give me a call directly, 330-703-3930. Or if you want to get access to great sales training, it's only $9.97 a month or $100 for the whole program. Sign up for that program at sellmorelivemore.net. We're going to be talking about RV sales process and the sales process in general all year long. So if you haven't connected with me on LinkedIn, hop over to LinkedIn, throw me that connection request. That way you can be here for the different live streams that I do. If you haven't liked our Facebook page, hop over to Facebook, type in Infinite Media Resources, go like that Facebook page. Go subscribe to our YouTube channel as well. Go to YouTube, type in Infinite Media Resources, subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you can be, privy to all the different content that we put out. Again, go grab the book, Sell More, Live More Sales Training. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it on Barnes and Noble. Or if your dealership or business needs more leads, give me a call directly, 330-703-3930. We're going to be talking about RV sales process all year long, but until then, I'll see you on the next one.